So it took him like 10 years to tell me that. Anyways. Even crazier story to the fact that he was throwing it out the window. He was paying for all the material and then coming home and paying me for the stuff and telling me it's sold. I think that really pushed me to keep going because I was convinced people were buying it. Thankfully, I realized it didn't taste good, and I don't think they wanted to hurt my feelings. They definitely told me this past year, long enough time away, basically how I got funded in the beginning. I wish we could go back to that. I remember my first cake I ever sold was an Italian cream cheese 2-tier cake, and I literally had no idea what I was doing. That I gave them the cake that had a big fondant bow on it. I gave them the cake with like cotton balls in between like the little loops of the bows because I had no idea how to make it stay standing. I don't even know if my dad threw that out the window or somebody actually paid for it. But I do know I would use like Google, white cake, whatever. Eventually I've created all of my own cake recipes except my strawberry. That is my grandmother's cake recipe. I don't know if it's a fact because I don't know what other people do. Everybody is different. I do my levelers by the amount that I'm stacking. So this is a 10-inch and there's going to be an 8-inch on top. So I'm doing 8 levelers. I think the second cake I ever sold was to a family friend. They had a big dance. The cake really didn't look that bad. And then watch more YouTube videos and more and more and more. I was determined to do things big and crazy like people on YouTube did. Bam. Oh, you can't even see me. Right here? I'm here. At that time, I was convinced covering cakes in fondant was the best way to go. I had a long spill of cakes I was putting out there that were covered in fondant. I do not do that now, and I regret doing it then. And then life went on, and I kind of like fell out of love with baking. I taught myself everything, but eventually I felt like I couldn't keep up with like the other people I was following, and I was never achieving what they were doing. And graduating high school, going into college, and I just wanted to experience college. So I definitely fell out of love with baking, and life went on. I wouldn't say a 9-to-5 job because it was Maggios. So the hours were crazy. After a year of doing Maggios, I then wanted to go back into cakes because I would make stuff for like friends and family during working at Maggios. And I ended up falling back in love with doing cakes.